Hello.
Hey, Finn.
Oh, how we doing?
Good. Hey, better.
Hey guys.
Oh,
I think I'm going to tag that hut and the RP channel. Maybe he's gonna show up. He confirmed that he will attend, but maybe he forgot or something.
probably went to bed like an hour ago.
He went to bed like hour ago.
No, just he's got different sleeping habits.
Yeah. It's one way to put it.
Yeah. So, how's it all going?
Hanging in there.
Hey, Anna.
Oh no. Who is this anonymous person?
Anonymous person is my girlfriend's computer. I'm using it to stream it because I couldn't do it on a single monitor.
I meant anon, sorry. How's the weather where you guys are?
It's not terrible. Definitely not a heat wave, but it's warm.
Like mid-20s here.
It's like 35 here today, and it's
Oh, gross.
horrible.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, we only had like a week of that. I know it's a huge heat wave in Europe right now.
I mean, I've never known the like, but I've had like 2 mid-30s. Well, I think it went up to 40 in the last heat wave, which is it's like the hottest
The
day
loss
ever.
for Britain.
No.
And we've got like a proper drought and wildfires, and they're banning people using hose pipes and stuff. So yeah, we're becoming California.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Alrighty, name back.
Yeah, that's head is still not here, so we are gonna have to give him a few minutes. So, have you guys been watching Rose Tinted Marathon?
Yeah, I've been tuning in a lot. I think I've
Yeah.
got most of the runs, at least some of it.
Mhm.
Obviously, stuff during my workday I haven't watched that much, but well, it depends
Yeah.
on the workday. Some days I was able to tune in.
I think I saw
Right.
you even post in Jake's channel for some of the guys who were live, since you are a mod.
Yeah, yeah. I got a few of those posts up.
Mhm.
Still around and able to do it.
And I haven't really watched it much, only people who are around who I know. How long is the marathon going to take?
Oh, it's going for like almost. Because my run is on like the 20th or something like that, or no,
Right.
on the 26th. Mine is next week, I think.
Okay.
26th. All right.
I think so. I'll
It's on
double
the
check.
spreadsheet, it says up to 21st, and then there's overtime, which is
Oh, and then maybe mine's on Friday then, the 19th. Yeah, mine's on Friday.
okay.
Yeah, sorry, it goes till the 21st. Mine's on Friday.
Yeah, I was just asking about that because I was wondering when Jake will resume streaming.
Yeah.
I guess he just prefers watching.
Yeah. Especially if it's some games rather than others.
Mhm.
There were some pretty painful games in there.
Yeah, there were some rough ones. Oh my gosh.
Worst was that Sonic one, I think. Oh,
No, for me the worst one was the Doki Doki whatever.
I didn't even look at that.
I just like tuned out after. Well, I did actually stay for quite a long time, because some people were being trolls and saying there was a twist in the game, and there wasn't. So it's just awful. It's just like
It
a
tricked
visual
you.
novel all the way through. Yeah. I mean, I was playing my own game. I just had it on another screen, but.
People
There's
are
some
very
weird
mean.
games though that were kind of fun to see.
Mhm.
Dune was neat. I've never seen that game.
Yeah. Was it the old one?
Yeah, it was from like '92.
Yeah. There are several games like that. The worst thing about that, I would like totally play it, but the unfriendliness to a modern player,
Oh,
like you can only select like 4 units at the same time. And to someone who is used to like pressing F2 and then attack move is that's not gonna work. And
oh,
I
this isn't the Dune RTS. This is a
No.
even older game than that.
Oh right, yeah, there is also this like RPG or something like that, right?
Yeah,
They just go around like adventure game.
yeah, but it's more. It's weird. It's like this grand strategy adventure game fusion.
Oh, right.
It's a really weird game. So it was pretty neat to see.
Mhm.
So it got a Sweden from me. Yeah, it had this kind of strange. It was like a first-person grand strategy game in a weird kind of way because you had to like.
Kind of cool concept.
Yeah, you have to go around and like talk to different commanders and tell them like, yeah, we want you to go over there or whatever. And
They do it.
yeah, and then they would do it. It was kind of cool. It was very neat. It was like definitely janky, but it was neat.
Yeah, I think if it was made that long of time ago, like 30 years, that's gonna be dated.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, my game is pretty dated that I'm gonna be running, but I think it's pretty cool. It's,
I was speaking about there is a game that's like before we had Command and Conquer, there was Dune, and it was basically very similar concept in terms of you have base and you build a refinery and you send out a harvester to harvest spice instead of Tiberium. And
June 2000, right? Or
yeah. There were several actually, like they came in close succession, sort of, but they improved over time. But if you play the first game, like if you were to go to play the first strategy game, not only you can only select like 4 units at the same time, but they will also like not auto attack on sighting an enemy unit, which means you have to go manually click it and right click on the enemy unit to start an attack.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds very annoying.
at the time it was revolutionary.
Yeah.
But today,
that's some Outpost 2 kind of stuff.
yeah, definitely. I think that's why I actually like it a bit. It is very reminiscent of it, even though Outpost is actually maybe more user friendly.
Yeah. Because I think your units will attack.
Yes,
You don't have to manually tell them to attack. So
and you can also select like quite a few. Like
yeah.
so, where is our rambling zealot? I don't think he's here. I've posted a notice for him now. He did confirm attendance before, but maybe he forgot or something.
Yeah.
See if he's in the marathon chat.
Yeah. Go harass him over there. Doesn't look like it.
No, I think he's just on offline.
Yeah, maybe he had some kind of power outage or something.
Yeah, it could be, or other myriad of other things, right? Like
Yeah, who knows?
something could have happened that required his attention.
Well, should we wait
Okay.
like 10-15 minutes and then...
Yeah, let's give it like 10 minutes, and if he doesn't show up, then we'll just lug him around as a companion, sort of.
Okay.
I think I actually read something about some people who are actually like proper GMs. They wrote about if you play with a lot of people, like this is fairly small group, but if you have more, it's like herding cats. Like it gets exponentially more difficult as you get more people to just find a day that everybody has time to attend.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
And then like whole host of things can happen, which just throws everything into disarray. So like one person drops out due to something and then another scheduling, like I think it has been fairly good if we at least like usually have times on Sundays. So Baron, have you been playing anything recently?
I've just been doing scrub mode Battle Brothers.
Alright. Safe's coming?
Yeah. Just save scum if the losses are too high, or if I die. Just reload the fight, or walk away.
I've actually seen like some people do it, like even on stream.
Yeah. Some people run like they just don't do an Iron Man save.
Yeah.
So if they don't win, then they just reload or whatever. I mean, I think it's especially in a game like Battle Brothers when it takes so long to get your party up to like established.
Yeah.
And you know, you're figuring out the game, so you don't necessarily know all the different kinds of encounters what you can take. So it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, I could probably take the sport camp. You go in and then you get wrecked, and well, time to start over. Those like 30 hours you put into this up to now are gone. Starting from scratch. So like, yeah, I could get. It's pretty valid to do that.
Also, it's for the newcomers, like people who are not that experienced with the game. Battle Brothers is actually quite brutal with the new enemy types you encounter. It's like none of them are similar to the basic thugs. So if you equip your party to deal with something specific like numbers, then you encounter a Hexa and...
Yeah. it's even like long-term choices will like bite you in the butt if you don't like pay attention to them. Like resolve is really important.
Yeah, it
So
is.
if you never level resolve, then
Guys
late
are fun.
game, they'll just break all the time, or they'll because the hexes when they enchant one of your guys, it's actually a morale check.
So you can resist it.
Yeah, if their morale is high enough, if the resolve is high enough, the hex isn't able to enchant your people. But
If you don't have resolve, then it's automatic success basically.
yeah, if you haven't invested anything into resolve for your guys, then they will flip really easily.
Yeah, also the chain routes, right? Because even like late game crisis, you are expected to lose some people, and
Yeah, I mean you
if it
can make it
happens
through a
quickly,
crisis without losses, but
yeah, you can. Depends on which one was. I think some of them are worse than others.
yeah, the noble war is interesting. Because that one can be really profitable because the nobles have really good stuff.
Yes.
Like nice armor and stuff. Especially if you're able to take out a knight. But there's a lot of like big encounters.
Yeah, but you have allies sometimes, so that could like.
Yeah, for a lot of the scripted ones, you get allies. But some of the missions will be like, go raid these places in enemy territory, and if you're not careful, you can end up finding like 30 noble troops, which will for sure like hurt you big time.
Also, the legendary items can be quite good.
Yeah. So,
but it can also be frustrating because you sometimes find something that's like really crap.
Yeah. Well, even just like busting camp after camp after camp and getting nothing can be pretty annoying.
Yeah. But what I meant, like, you can also buy the legendaries if you have enough money, but it's insanely expensive. But what I was talking about, like, I was looking for heavy crossbow specifically, and that can take like a long time.
Yeah, I mean, heavy crossbows. If you fight the noble houses, you can capture a lot of them pretty easily.
Yeah, they have herbalist tiers.
Yeah. You can also get there's a special goblin crossbow you can get from the overseers. That's pretty cool. It has like a knockback effect.
Yeah, the goblins can be okay to fight once you, as you said, get established. But early goblin like ambushes, if you encounter them when you don't have much armor, they can actually hurt quite a bit.
Well, I actually find goblins are some of the toughest guys to fight.
Yeah.
Because their range is really nasty. And they have like a ton of range, and they'll just pepper you full of arrows.
And poisoning.
And if they have a shaman, they'll like tie up your guys. And it's just a lot of like annoying little things. So it can be hard to deal with them. Apparently, dogs are very good against goblins.
Yeah, but dogs are great, but it's expensive to replenish them, and usually if you can lose them pretty quick, even with armor.
They'll die very quickly.
And they are quite good at dodging attacks, but if they get hit,
yeah, they go down very quickly.
Did you have orcs, late game crisis or end game crisis?
Yeah, I've done the greenskin invasion.
Yeah, that can be pretty insane.
Yeah, I don't mind the greenskin invasion that much. The one I find is the toughest is the undead crisis.
The undead?
Yeah. But what I find the worst about it is that if any of your guys go down, they come back as zombies.
Yeah.
So you lose all their equipment. Even if you have an armorer.
That's very bad.
Yeah, so I really that's why I think the undead crisis is the worst one.
I can see why.
Yeah, I mean because you lose your equipment so easy. It's so easy to lose your equipment, especially if you get it as your first crisis, because you're more likely to lose people in your first crisis. I think.
Yeah.
if you make it through your first crisis and you're moving on to the second, your team is probably pretty insane. So,
Have you fought? How are they called? Let me just. Lindworms, the dragons.
no, I've never fought a Lindworm.
No.
I've just always avoided them because I'm not sure that it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think you can get some like fancy crafting stuff off of them, but I don't think it actually gives you anything like all that.
Well, they have like it's a dragon, so they usually have a dragon horde sort of, so you can
Oh, do they?
get yeah.
Because they usually just like wander around.
Yeah, they do. I think it's. I'm not sure if it's a ruin or or a camp or if it's only when you fight them in the field. I think if you fight them on the field, it's probably just like another creature.
Yeah.
But if you go to their hideout or lair, you can actually get something pretty good.
I didn't know there were Lindworm lairs.
I think there are. Maybe it was one of my mods. I haven't played it in a while, but I remember those were pretty good. Maybe it's the mod. I'm not sure about
I don't
it.
think there's any. 'Cause I don't think. Well, actually, that's not quite true. I was going to say I don't think any creatures are ever in the camps, but
There are the undead auxiliaries or things like that. You can have
yeah, but those aren't creatures. I'm talking like beasts, like
cheesers. You can also have cheesers, I
webnecks.
think.
Yeah, but I think the cheesers only spawn.
On quest graveyards, right?
Yeah, graveyard quests.
Yeah.
They will spawn with zombies sometimes.
Mhm.
So if you go into a camp that has zombies, they'll spawn there, which can be kind of fun. I way prefer to have cheesers plus zombies instead of the geists. I hate the geists. Geists are the worst.
Yeah, they are.
Just too spooky for me. Well, I guess we've waited 20 minutes, so
Yeah.
maybe that's probably not showing up.
So you'll have to proceed without him. Well, it's not good, but we can deal with it, I think.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? Do we want to move ahead without him, or?
Yeah, I think might as well.
Yeah, I guess we could kind of make him an NPC, or
Yeah.
or would we just?
I think you can control him.
Yeah.
Maybe I will set it up so we can do it for sure.
Or do we just roll without him and just have us three?
I think you can have him with you. It wouldn't be that bad to just have a person control two characters, since usually there is a lot of waiting time between your turns.
Okay.
That can be controlled by. Who wants to control that head? I can set it to everybody if you want.
Sure.
I think that sounds right. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
democratically.
Yeah.
Just
drive him into the nearest.
where Rusty goes. Yeah. Try not to get him killed.
All right. So let's start. Last time you ended up at 19 o'clock in Schaffberg village, and you were speaking to the outrider, and he sent your stuff back, requests back, and you received some things, I think. We already solved it. So now it would be probably time to rest, and also take a look at the defenses. So I'm gonna drop you at the defense map. The last time, yeah, the tower is now built, which is the gray square on the left side. Yep. So now one of the guards can actually be in the tower, and the blue circle is gonna be his attack range, so he can attack a trench, and he will keep that area covered by sight. So he no longer has to patrol, which is dangerous for him. So it would be probably good to place one of the guards on it. And you have already assigned work, but you can do some edicts if you want.
So cooperation's at 10.
Yeah.
What does the air threat level equals 2 mean again?
Threat level affects how dangerous of a thing will attack the village
Excuse
during
me.
night times, and yeah, Baron needs to solve something. Or
What's up? Sorry.
oh, you just had a sneeze or something.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
sorry.
Good.
Bless you.
Yeah, so the threat level affects how dangerous things are that attack the village, and it also affects the progression, sort of. So the area, like that the RP is taking place in, is gonna get progressively worse as the threat level increases. So you might want to try to keep it as low as possible. However, sometimes it's beyond your reach. But some choices can affect it severely, as we will no doubt find out soon. Okay, so I've taken the liberty to put one of the guards in the tower. It was the one who was patrolling near it, so now that area is safer, and he's not under a threat to being killed as easily.
Okay.
You still have 3 other militia. These are still put to patrol routes. And you still have some civilians that need to be assigned. You can find them in the center, so you're gonna have to find slots for them. These are the people you rescued from the bandits, if you remember.
Okay. Is there any reason not to like just group them together in where is it? In like here?
You can actually drag them and drop them.
The question is, can I get rid of that?
Use the edict to steal their property, abolish property rights.
There are actually 2 of them that affect that. Each of them have a different effect. Abolish property rights. Get 200 crowns and enable more slots in buildings, which means that the craftsmen will enable some people to live with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's useful. While you also can implement... Where is it? I'm pretty sure there was another one. Yeah, higher purpose. People give up their belongings. That's -5 village cooperation, and it will just give you their stuff.
Well, because if we just abolish the property right, we could house everyone like inside our defenses much easier.
Yeah, for sure.
Because right now we've got these, like, we could house everybody, but we'd be in these houses outside of our defensive walls, right? Or is this the patrol route here?
Where is it? The red lines are patrol routes for the guards, while the brown line is the palisade. And on the northern side, you have that's a cliff side, so that acts as a wall.
Okay.
So at the moment we got space for everyone, do we?
Yeah, you can only put people in the square, no square, on the around. Like you have these people inside these slots, and the slots need to be enabled. So if they have a red cross,
Oh, I see. Right.
yeah.
Oh.
This one is actually able to be there because these are like the craftsman houses. These 3. This is the alchemist. This is the this is another. I think it's butcher's house, and this one is blacksmith.
Well,
So
I kind of think we should abolish property rights. And
Sounds like a fun
people,
thing to do. Yeah, this house would be a good
people.
one.
Yeah, exactly. Right. We got this house nice and.
it's actually a blog house that's that would be constructed, but you could have you gain access to. Let me just pick a tool so I can show you. So you could gain access to this one, these 2 slots, these 3 slots, and this one. So it would net you 6 slots because it's the craftsman houses.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Also
it's
these,
not
but
these are things that need to be built.
Yeah, the brown one is one that we added last time because we were asking how big of a space it would take up and
Okay.
how much it would give us. So that's the block house that you construct for housing more people quickly. It's a project in the village, but it costs some work, so you don't have it yet.
All right. Well, well, I don't know.
Yeah, abolishing property rights. How much does it cost? Let's take a look at it.
Cost 5 cooperation.
Yeah, I mean, it's half of what you have, but if you don't have like 1 or 2, you probably don't risk like collapse of public order. Mainly, you don't want to keep it at like 1 and go outside the village for a whole day because something bad might happen. But if you have like 5, even if something happens, it shouldn't be that bad.
I mean, that would give us enough room for everybody.
Yeah.
Immediately. What do you guys think? Should we do it?
I think go for it.
All right. Let's abolish property rights.
Yeah, needs mod. Okay. I mean, it's bad for the people in question. They don't like it, but you saved a lot more people than I suppose you would. So you're gonna have to pay for it now.
Yeah, I took away the village cooperation.
Okay, and let me just add a behind it. That is it. Abolish property rights. Okay, it is active now, and let us. Yeah, Baron, can you add 200 crowns to the party's coffers? There's also a boon of that.
There we go.
And let me remove the marks. So these houses are now available to hold people, if you wish.
Yeah, alright. Let's start throwing people in there.
You'll still have a guy left, I think.
Yeah, I guess we could put him in this house.
Well, I think I'm gonna let you to also have the last slot in the tavern because of the abolition.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, we'll put him in the tavern then. That's more protected. Great. So everyone's got a place to sleep now.
You also had 1 free tent slot as well, but the tents are very risky.
Right. Oh yeah, we can move these people out of tents.
Yeah, this house is probably safer than the tents.
There we go. Now we just have 1 tent dweller.
Not too bad. He has campfires and a guard. I think he'll
be alright.
Quite good.
So these are watchtowers, right?
Yeah, the one that the guard is standing in, the grey square. This.
Okay.
The blue circle around
it.
These are like outskirts. So these houses were like small, how would you call it? Like not even farms, but just peasant huts that were outside the village.
Yeah.
So people lived in there and then they just retreated into the village because it's not safe.
Should we get people to work on expanding the palisades?
Yeah, you should set up projects for next day actually. So if we take a look at Schaffberg village, we have 8 work for the next day currently. You have 6 infirm people and some people need to work as upkeep, so it will net you 8 in total to be available for projects. So if you take a look at them, there's expanding the palisade that takes 2 work and 2 scrap for a tile. Otherwise you can make more things. There are some new projects that weren't available when we first got the village management thing. So you might be interested in some of that, but it's usually a long-term thing, so you would maybe have to like keep it partially built. I think last time, didn't we started setting up the stocks? Yeah, you did start setting up stocks, so it is at 7 out of 10 work.
Okay.
So it's almost done.
Why don't we finish the stocks? Put 3 of our 8 work into that.
Okay.
And
And 5 left.
I think we could do with like closing this
Section.
this
Yeah.
little corner off.
Okay.
So that's
So,
what, 4
mhm.
people.
You still have 1 work left after that. And
Right.
it will also go for scrap.
I mean, this house isn't. This house here isn't like fortified or anything, right? It's just a house.
Yeah. But
So maybe
in
we
theory,
want
like
the
you can
wall-
have, if you take a look, this is all palisade, right? So if you finish this all, then maybe you can shift this guy's patrol route and just have him go along here instead. And then these 2 could maybe cooperate to close this off.
Yeah.
That's good
sure.
work.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? And then that
We
would
just
leave
let
us.
the last guy collect scrap, whatever it is they do.
Yeah, they do it automatically if you leave them without any tasks. So let's take a look at it. Leftover people contribute 2 scrap. So if you just subtract 2 scrap from the party's inventory, we'll call it for the palisade cost. It should have cost 4, but 2 will be from the job. So
All right. So just 2 scrap then.
yes. And all the work will be done, but I'm gonna like physically build the buildings next evening because the day will unfold now. You just decided what people will do.
Okay. Super.
Also, last time you did manage to get a message from the Outrider back. It was one of the side quests the mercenary wanted to know, but you found out that the mercenary is no longer in Schaumburg. They must have deserted and you were away. So that side quest is off, but you did gain 50 XP per person. I'm gonna add it for this head.
Don't trust the mercenary.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
Let's take a look at that head.
Plus 50 now.
Yeah, 50 per person.
Right, thank you.
Oh, that's not it. There it is.
Okay, so now you only have main quests left. So it depends what is your like immediate goal, but you might want extra people if possible. So the next logical course of action would probably be going after the lost witch hunter retinue that is supposed to be in the other village. After you sleep, that is, it's still evening.
Oh yeah. I guess. Yeah, we should probably sleep.
And also, you need to get taxes from the village, which is 110 gold. So let's take a look at costs of sleeping. I think it's 5 per person. So you can just add 90 and we'll say you covered the costs
Okay.
from that.
Got a lot of money now.
Alright.
We got piles of gold.
We should take it and run.
Yeah, just run for it.
We're heading to Bretonia.
I think Bretonia is next on the chopping block. And there is sanity damage and HP healing from the sleep. So everyone takes, I think, is it sanity damage or sanity check? I think it's damage, right? Flat out.
Minus 1 for sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do that. And is anybody wounded? Let's drop us in the village.
I'm alright.
Oh, I was wounded. Yeah. So how much HP do I gain from sleeping?
I think it's 2d3. But I'm gonna check it. Just a second.
Yeah, Rusty's
Keeper.
also injured.
Yeah, 2d3.
I'll
Rusty
drop
is
his
also injured?
sanity.
Oh, yes.
You need to do flag, roll, spacebar, and then you type in 2d3.
There we go. 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can recover. And for Rusty, I'm gonna roll for him.
What was
He
the
recovers
sanity damage
5.
again?
1. I'm gonna actually drop you into the tavern, I think. It doesn't really matter, but where you're supposed to be. Okay, so let's take a look at the party's shared inventory in terms of scrap and money.
Yeah, we got lots of money. 948 crowns.
It's a lot.
A bunch of gems.
Yeah,
Stuff.
Auric actually, last time Auric has gained a new skill which allows him to tinker and runecraft. So there is a tab on the journal and it's called skills, and there is runesmithing and tinkering. So if you want to open it up, you can ask Auric to enchant something for you, or improve a gear or weapon, or even make runes that are used for ring slots.
Sorry, is that in the crafting or the salvage?
No, it's in skills. If you open up just journal page where you have quests and everything, there is category of skills, and there is runesmithing and tinkering.
Okay. Right.
The tinkering especially can be pretty powerful. There are various things for gunpowder or black powder based weapons, as well as melee. It really depends on what you want. Some of the runes can also only be used by Davi, but that's stated if they have a name of dwarven god in their name.
I mean, I
Maybe
wouldn't
do
mind.
that armor one.
I'm thinking the rune of accuracy on my guns.
Yeah, block 4 is pretty good. It's a gem though, so gems are sort of important because you also need them to buy like advanced things from some of the traders, so might want to also check the shops if there is anything you might want. If not, then you might invest it into crafting if Auric is up for giving some people smell of famous dwarven craftsmanship.
Yeah, the extra accuracy on my double-barreled flintlock would be nice.
The runes actually go into your ring slots. So if you have a free ring slot, you just drop the rune there, and it affects your melee as well as ranged. It's just plus accuracy for all the attacks.
Amazing. Well,
And you can even have the same runes in the other slots. You can have 3 of them total if you have 3 ring slots. But it costs a lot.
Accuracy?
Yeah.
No, but we only have like.
Yeah, it's just what you could
scrap
do.
now.
Yeah, you can. You have money.
Right.
Problem is the gems. I'm not sure how many you have. Take a look at it.
4 gems.
Mm-hmm.
We get matching rings. I'm quite tempted by this ring.
Ring of Shalia plus 3 hit points requires 3 willpower.
I could get, you know, a rune of 1 armor, or I could get 3 hit points instead. So, I mean, if that's right with anyone, I might requisition it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You can subtract the resources and add it, copy it to your inventory, and don't forget to edit your character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to use at least one of them for the rune of accuracy. So, just so we keep track of how much scrap we got to burn up.
Plus 3 hit points.
And that 50 scrap, that's the cheap one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hit points.
So that's 100 scrap we just burned through with those.
If you want to make 2 of these, then yes. It costs 50 for one. 50 scrap.
So we have 84 scrap. How much does scrap cost again?
It's just 2 crowns, I think. I'm gonna take a look at it. I think blacksmith sells it. Blacksmith.
So that would cost us 32 gold, which seems well worth it.
Or is it the general merchant? Yeah, the general merchant sells 1 scrap for 5 gold.
Ah, for 5 gold. Okay.
Yeah. 2 is if you want to sell it, I think. But why would you ever sell scrap, right?
Yeah. So that would cost us 80 gold, which seems totally fine. Alright, 868. And that leaves us with 0 scrap.
So you can modify it, subtract the resources, add it to your inventory.
Year. Okay, so rune of accuracy. Did you want to tinker with your stuff there, Oric?
I need to repair the sword I picked up.
Also, since it was nighttime, now it is 6 o'clock in the morning, we are going to roll events that transpired during the nighttime. There was no attack, but things might have happened. So let's roll it. It's gonna be 3 rolls per day. So let's drop them. Hidden crowns, 10d10. 2 times. So somebody needs to roll 20d10 for
Merrick,
money.
should I put the +4 accuracy in current or max? Under current, right?
Yeah, max is your base.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like 90 crowns can be added to the party
Okay.
from the events, and threat level has increased by 1.
955.
So we're at 955. Alright, sorry guys, I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Keep doing crafting stuff.
So, Eric, there is also a new enchantment in the Tinkering for ranged weapons. It is a rifle prefix to black powder based weapons. It adds 2 armor damage to attacks. So that could be used for rifles or pistols. So how is everybody's sanity doing? Take a look. Sanity. Looks like Anton just lost 1 point. Seems fine. Ratte is 9 out of 10. It's okay.
I'm at 10 out of 12.
It's not too bad, I don't think. And Oric is at 12 out of 15. Also, sanity is like your armor against magical attacks, usually. So if you have a lot of sanity, you might even resist spells completely. At least some of them. Some of them are based on just psychic attacks, basically, but some of them are just physical things.
How do the magic attacks choose who they're targeting?
They usually go for either closest enemy at first, if there is an encounter start, but later, when they are actually like engaged and see the party, they will choose high priority targets. So if somebody is doing a lot of damage,
Okay.
they will target him. And also it depends quite a bit on the creature in question, because, for example, Skaven might just choose to friendly fire someone. Like, there is a lot of different things in Warhammer, and not all of them make sense. Some are even like unpredictable, so especially with Skaven, it might be quite chaotic.
They shoot their superior rat officer.
Yeah. What about their seer, their mage is gonna just sniff some chaotic powder and then he'd be driven insane while swinging his warp lightning across the room and smiting his own underlings. That's more like his sort of thing, but I don't even think it's like intentional. It's just he cannot really control the powers that he can't summon.
Or they just start poison grenading everyone.
Yeah, that can totally happen, and it also happens in the fantasy novels as well as in the game. If you play Warhammer, a Total War, right? Like Skaven friendly fire is totally a thing.
It's the way to go, you know, you sacks of Skaven slaves.
Yeah, why would you go for Storm Vermin?
You've been having a look at the Multiple Empires.
Yeah, I know they have just announced it, but I haven't really taken a good look at it yet.
The map looks really cool.
Yeah,
They did like a
I imagine.
15-minute video just like flying over the entire map with the announcer's voice, like talking about it all, and that's pretty cool, pretty epic, as they say.
I hope they're gonna.
And they made Norska good, apparently.
They made them good. Yeah, somebody was talking about it in J-Court, that their settlements now actually will be good, even though I don't think they will have walls still. But with the new settlement system, walls might not even be necessary for it to be.
Yeah, I hear that walls are
defended.
actually worse than unwalled settlements because they got like those 5 different points they have to defend. The AI just cannot handle it at all, so it just breaks.
Yeah, it will send spread out units everywhere and gets itself eaten piecemeal. At least
They don't
currently.
have walls, at least they manage slightly more.
Mhm.
Okay, back. Sorry about that.
Okay. Nothing important transpired. We were just talking about Warhammer things.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's 6 o'clock. You crafted some things, you spent some money, but you still have a lot. So you still have 2 gems as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Might want to do something else. Even buying scrap might be viable. That's
I mean, how
completely, I
much,
think.
can we just buy as much scrap as we want?
And he has a lot of it. I'm gonna tell you if there is a shortage, but you help the blacksmith to secure the iron vein, which means that he probably will not run out anytime soon.
Okay.
Is it general trade?
Yeah, it's the general merchant. It's 5 crowns per
one
scrap.
And we have 955 gold.
You could even do bulk. If you buy a lot, you can barter, but it can backfire as everything can.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
So
for
we wanna
example, if you
spend,
buy. Go ahead, Aaron.
Do we want to spend like 500 on just buy 100 scrap?
Yeah, sounds like a deal.
See if we can't get a bargain off of them.
Cool. The social check. I'm going to drop a target.
So I do a social check.
Yes, that was a big one. 26 on my roll.
Yeah, I have to click on my token.
Mhm.
Oh, so close.
Okay. Question is, do we make it a group endeavor? I think we usually don't in terms of bartering for items. But it
Yeah.
was very close, so I'd say the price remains the vanilla price. It doesn't
Okay.
really increase it.
Well, no discount, but okay. So we now have 100 scrap and
Minus 500 from the coffers.
500 less gold. Still have quite a bit of gold, but
The improvements might be worth it. Problem might be if you find a better weapon or something and you sink a lot of stuff into the old one.
yeah.
Might be a little bit of a waste.
Just gotta do what you can to get through each mission as it comes.
Yeah, I mean, I think my stuff is probably fine as it is.
I think Oryx wanted to repair something.
Five scrap and 20 crowns.
Can you subtract
Okay.
it?
Yeah, 5 scrap, 20 crowns. Yeah.
And you can add it to the prefix.
Oh wait, that's 20 crowns.
And also edit the character sheet. I'm sure Oryx has it covered.
Cool. Is there any other equipment stuff people wanted to do?
I don't think so.
I think everybody is at full gear repair, basically. Some people might have some things in their inventory, but it depends. Like,
Okay.
might be viable strategy to wait a little bit for more items, even though last time you actually gained, it was the time before where you gained the elven gear. That was quite good. I think that was an improvement for the whole party, basically.
Mhm.
But other than that, recently you gained just some basic items. And you are waiting for Witch Hunter gear from Aldor because you ordered it last time.
Hmm.
That cost you some favor. So that might be quite good. But it's gonna arrive tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to do something before then. And the only things left are basically the main quests. Alternatively, you could just spend a day to contribute to the village work. However, you risk events just getting out of hand because we will roll more events during the night time, and some of them can be pretty bad. So it's up to you to decide. You could even like just gather scrap. It's totally fine. But time is a resource, so it depends.
I think you should probably just head out and look for the witch hunter party.
Yeah, I say we do that.
Also, your armor is gonna be repaired. Burn. You've lost some armor points during the combat, so now it's full. Also,
Oh, right.
Rusty,
Okay.
Rusty took some damage and it didn't heal properly during the sleep. So if everybody's okay with it, he's gonna gobble up healing draft.
Sure.
Okay,
How are we
let's do
doing
it.
for healing items?
I think we got a good amount.
16 draft, 7 bandage, 6 balm. 3
Yeah, I think
first aid.
that's fine.
Seems fine to me.
All right, so he was he able to heal himself with the healing draft?
Plus 1 hit point, so it's 18 out of 20. At I think he's fine.
Let's give him one more.
Okay. Roll it.
There you go.
Mhm.
Full health.
Perfect.
Good. And Bill's side actually has, I think, 13 out of 10 HP, so you might have to edit your maximum to 13 as well. With hit points, it will not work like the other stats, unfortunately, because it would be weird. With the rank you have, you just add it into the pool. It's fine. Same goes for AP and armor, basically. Because these three things are chosen in the bars.
AP armor done.
Okay.
Right. Are you ready to roll out?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay. So let's take a look at the travel map. So it's Volknitz. It's the orange circle up north. So to get there, the path is gonna go. Probably the closest, like the best way, would be to use the road. It would be an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get there. Alternatively, you might want to go through the forest. 2 hours, 3 hours. So better to use the road.
Just take the roll, I guess, yeah.
Okay. So 8:30, and I'm gonna drop you into the village. As you approach it, you notice that from a distance you can already see there is smoke rising from it. You don't see any signs of life as you approach. The surrounding area just looks completely barren of life. So do you want to proceed further into the village?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got people to find.
Monster to kill.
Yeah, this looks lovely.
Yeah. So you enter the village and you notice that the village's palisade is just broken into on multiple sides of the village. And many of the houses are actually broken and burned to the winds, while the main building in the village is also just on fire. There are people dead all over the place. It doesn't look like a single type of attack. Some of them are ripped apart clearly by the beast, while some others are hanged or even like killed by weapons like swords or even black powder based weapons. And it looks like there are also some bodies of people who are clearly bandits or people from outside the village or cultists. So it's more like a battlefield, really.
Guess we cautiously look through a building, maybe. So.
Yeah, there are multiple buildings around you. The village has like 20 dwellings in it, like in the center that were built with the palisades. You don't really see anyone alive. There are some wild dogs that are gnawing on some of the bodies. And in general, you can see place might have been looted before. Like people have clearly taken some weapons and armor from fallen people already. But some of them might still have things on them, and some of the buildings are not ruined, but broken into. So you might try to scout some of them out. You have your tokens on this screen because you will need that for checks.
Okay.
So what buildings can we see?
You can see in front of you, as on the picture, there is this big building that's clearly a major's house or a roundhouse. And then on the left and right of yours, point of view, you can see that these two buildings are like a blacksmith shop, alchemist shop, just basic buildings in the village, like shops and craftsman buildings, while some of the farmhouses and other buildings on the outskirts are just completely burned. So you can see like 4 buildings that are mostly intact, and then one is burning in front of you. That's the big one.
Might want to check the mayor's house before it burns down completely.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a job to do here, so that's going to be most important to check.
You could try and find a well. If there is a well and some buckets, you might try to extinguish it. It looks like it's just started burning recently, so it caught fire on one of the pillars and now it's spread to the roof. You might try to just plug some water buckets on it. Maybe it's gonna help it, but you would have to search for the well first. Might be perception, because the streets are completely filled with just general battlefield stuff and garbage. I'm gonna roll a target and perception for you, because perception for some reason doesn't work for players, but it will still reflect your stats. So let's roll a target. It will be a group check. $34, okay. It's quite high roll. Anton 15. 14. And Oryx 30. So you managed to find it. That is well nearby the roundhouse, and there are some buckets nearby it, so you might try to extinguish it if you want. Otherwise, it risks, if you do other things, it might spread and the building might completely burn.
Is there buckets nearby?
Yes, the well has several buckets around it. I'm gonna actually switch music.
Guess we each grab a bucket and cautiously approach.
You get to trying to put out the fire.
Okay. So it will take you some time, like half an hour or something, to try and extinguish it. You managed to do it, and it seems like there are some voices coming from inside now. The main door to the roundhouse is actually intact, but there are various claw marks on it, and even there is some viscera in front of the door. Somebody was locked out apparently and got torn apart.
Just shout hello.
Okay, the voices immediately stop, and you can hear some shuffling of items inside. And after a minute, you see that the door just pries open slightly, and there is just someone standing behind the door and asking, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Flash the badge.
You're from the Inquisition, looking for a party of witch hunters we think are in the area.
Well, thanks Sigmar, we thought that no one is gonna save us. So he opens the door and you can see there are some survivors inside. Looks like there are some people who are dressed fairly well, while there are like 2 guardsmen inside. And they have barricaded doors and windows, but they have unblocked the door when they heard you outside. The guy who opened the door is speaking to you now, and he says, "If you are looking for the witch hunters, they were conducting investigation in the village when the attacks started happening. I'm not sure where they are, but they were about 20 strong, so I assume they either left or you might find them somewhere in the village if they didn't make it."
And
Okay.
who attacked the village, do you know?
Absolutely everything. It started with the beast attacks on the outskirts, while later we were attacked by a huge group of cultists. And after that, various bandit groups just came and attacked ferociously. And we even struggled with beastmen, which happened to appear the most recently, and they defiled the place quite severely. I think you are not gonna find many survivors. We heard horrific screams every night.
How many of you are there left?
There are about 12 people inside the roundhouse.
You should, once we're done here, you should come with us. We have a community of survivors that we're...
Yeah, for sure we won't stay here. This is not a safe place. So they also have some belongings with them. Since they are merchants and mostly fairly wealthy people, they seem to have some chests but no means of transportation.
Well, we might be able to find something in the village.
Okay. It also looks like they might have like locked out people outside, even though there was clearly still space inside left. And you cannot see the mayor anywhere.
What happened to the mayor?
What happened to the mayor? He was one of the first people to fall victim to the attacks. He rallied the guards when the beast came, and then they got absolutely destroyed in the village center, and nobody from that party survived. From that point on, the military just completely fell apart.
Fortunate. Alright, well, I guess we should look around the village and try to find the
Witch hunters, right?
witch hunters, yeah.
Mm. Okay, so you went out of the outhouse, which has been saved from fire, and you see that there are some bodies that might have been belonging to the witch hunter party. They were clearly looted already, but some of them do have like things that you would see on Sigmarite zealots mostly. But these look like henchmen, none of the like really important guys, no warrior priest bodies or witch hunter bodies anywhere.
Well, let's keep count until we hit 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so at some point you go around and go on the backside of the roundhouse, and there is a big yard. And in the yard there is a shed. The yard is just completely filled with bodies of beastmen, men, and even you can see warrior priest's body and some other witch hunter henchmen strewn about. And the shed is bearing some marks of scratching and even like the attempts to be broken into by humans, clearly. And it's locked.
So, when you're saying a shed, what kind of shed?
It is some sort of woodshed, however, it is stone walled, so it's like a smokehouse, basically.
It's the cheese cellar.
Yeah. It's like a smokehouse, so you have stone walls and a big wooden like door inside it, and it's fairly tall.
Well,
In we go.
Okay, you find out that the door doesn't have a lock on it, but it is blocked. When you try to open it, it just doesn't give in.
Surely, Auric can bash it down.
Yeah, I'd be looking for a strength check. You drop your target. Target would be 28. And also let's add an hour to your search time. It's 10 o'clock.
But surely, Rusty can break it down then.
Okay. Let's take a rest check. Gonna have to search for the macro. Just a second. I can actually do it through chat. Check. Okay. It doesn't work still, but as you try to struggle with the door, there is a voice from the inside, and it sounds like somebody is clearly weakened a lot, and it's a question: who is there?
flash the badge!
We are friends.
The door, then you hear some shuffling of items, but it's very weak. Clearly somebody's trying to unblock the door, but he's not doing a good job. While after like 2 minutes of painful waiting time, The door opens and you can see there is a guy inside, and he's wearing a witch hunter's attire, a long coat, and a big hat, while he is missing one arm, and he has a tourniquet on it, and is staring right at you.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, he sees the insignia on Anton as well as Rusty, and he asks, "Are you sent as reinforcements from Aldorf?"
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's a big relief. I've lost the entire company.
What happened then?
We were investigating heretic activity in this village. We were conducting witch hunts and managed to uncover some people tainted by forces of chaos. However, things soon started turning sour, and I had some desertion in my company among the less fatal ones, and we also had casualties while the attacks mounted. Eventually, we just had to hold out. I suffered a grievous wound, as you can see, and I hid in this shed here. He is the commander of the witch hunters retinue that you are supposed to find. He's wearing a higher ranking insignia than Anton has, so he's supposed to be like witch hunter general, basically.
Well, since he's still alive, technically the witch hunting party is alive. So
Yeah.
mission success.
Clearly. He doesn't really look very well. He's very pale as he lost a lot of blood, and the wound seems to be festering.
What's your name then, Witchfinder?
My name is Grimwald Herberger, and I have been sent from Aldorf with a whole mission to eradicate heretics in Schafberg area. As I assume, is your task the same, or how is Aldorf faring these dark times? I haven't been there in months.
Not great.
Well,
Yeah. We're in our village is Schafberg, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was Aldorf was the one that burnt down?
No, Aldorf is main city of the Empire. He was asking how are things in the Empire generally.
Oh yeah, pretty bad. Lots of chaos afoot and bandits running amok.
yeah, and wasn't the latest news that the whole what was the place? The whole place got overrun in the north already.
Kislev. Kislev
Yeah.
is just gone.
Yeah, no Kislev.
Okay, he seems horrified, but he asks you, what exactly were your orders in regards to our party? Are you sent to replace me?
We were sent to find you.
And secure the
The
area.
order likes to keep its secrets. He doesn't trust you, clearly, but since you are allies by chance, at least here, he probably will want to get back. So what he proposes is, do you have any healing items on you so I can fix myself up and then we can talk more once I recover? I'm not really in a good shape here.
Yeah, let's give here some elevated first aid.
You could give him a first aid kit that would probably solve him, or you can try the other remedies like the balm and healing draft, but that might not work.
Yeah, we might want to use the first aid kit since he's
Yeah,
missing an arm.
I'm thinking we just use the first aid kit as well. Yeah.
So you have like 2 or something, right?
We got 3 at the minute.
Yeah, we got 3.
You have 3, okay, so make it 2. And you take him up. Kill sight might do it since he has a bonus. I would
Want to
ask you
roll
for
or
a
just
dexterity
think?
check.
Okay.
To a target. music just warped into some cyberpunk for some reason. Okay.
It's our fantasy setting.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a success. So you managed to bind his wound, clean it, and also get him sort of sling, so his stump isn't just hanging there. And he thanks you for it, and you gain 25 XP from that. You never treated such grievous wounds before.
You humans do decompose quickly.
Yeah, literally, the necrosis was already starting to set in. So it's not great.
What creature did this to you, human?
He says, I was attacked by the beast. When I was ordering my guys in this yard, they were organizing last line of defense, and the beast just jumped over the fence, and in a sudden I was staring at my stump of an arm.
Yeah, East is what we're here to hunt.
I've seen it. I've seen what it can do. You better be ready.
What do you know about fighting this beast then?
We tried silver. It did very little. Nothing worked. We tried everything in the book, and it is just unstoppable. The only thing you can do is fortify yourself somewhere and hope that it doesn't find a way in. Speaking of that, I think we might find some of my guys still alive. I've sent 3 of them to try and search the blacksmith's shop in order to find some black powder, but I haven't seen them since. Also, it looks like scavengers might not have picked through the bodies in the yard.
Okay.
Do we look at blacksmith shop first?
Sure, why not?
Go for
Okay.
survivors.
So you approach the blacksmith's shop, and the lower area, which is used for like shop area and crafting, is just completely blackened, and various things are just smashed, while the door that's leading inside into the living area is just broken open. And inside you can see windows are also broken, and through the light that's getting inside you can see clearly there is blood and a human arm is just lying in the doorway. From the looks of it, there is a cart that was adjacent to the shop, and it is overturned, but there was some crap on it and ore. However, it might be tough to get it manually back.
Well, we have like 12 people to pull it.
Yeah, but it would have to be fixed first, which means try to find out if the wheels are fine and then just try to lift it and pick the stuff back on it. So your survivors could try to do that. It would take them about an hour.
It would also be useful to put the wounded witch hunter on the cart.
Yeah, he's probably not capable of walking.
Alright, we round up everyone and get working, I guess.
Okay, so they do it. While you try to search the blacksmith shop, right? So you enter it, and you see that inside it's just a slaughterhouse. However, the upper floor is fairly intact, so you try to go up there. There are several rooms, and you manage to find one guy that clearly just has bled out. He just is resting by a wall. He's dead, and there is a pool of blood around him. And he had multiple wounds on him. Some of them were inflicted by swords. It is a corpse of a mercenary, clearly, or at least some sort of soldier.
Anything on him?
Yes, he has something on him. Looks like it is a witch hunter zealot, basically. So guy that is following a witch hunter retinue out of zeal. And he does have something. His boots look quite nice. And he also had I don't know, dice, which is an consumable item you can use to reroll any roll in the game. But if you use it, it's gone. So he had 2 of those.
Should have used them then.
Yeah.
Is the dice just for the party?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a shared item.
Then
like
any
ammunition.
boots?
They are quite good, but require constitution.
What's Rusty's boots like?
Take a look at it. I think basically everyone has the basic ones.
+2 armor, +1 constitution.
Yeah, right. He must have gotten the elven ones.
I've got +2 armor, +2 initiative. So
I think Oryx
Probably
has
not priority
basic
for me.
boots, right?
Yeah, I have the most basic boots.
Can't find my inventory thing.
Arc dwarves and humans have the same foot size.
Others.
It's a good question.
It's very convenient that we do.
Yeah. Also in the room you find some general just items. Somebody clearly had their belongings there. There was a chest. It wasn't locked. Inside you find 20 scrap worth of items. And you find some in the grounds.
I'm just gonna close and reopen roll 20. So,
I'll add the dice. Uh, 20 scrap. 70 crowns.
And do you want to look
Did
more
anyone-
extensively?
Did anyone take the boots?
Auric has, I think.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Alright, I added all the stuff to the inventory. So,
So clearly there are like lots of things that are broken or overturned. You might want to spend a little bit of time to take a look through the building carefully, because there might be something else.
Yeah, I loot everything.
Okay, so let's add a half an hour to the time. And let's drop some perception rolls. Oh, you're gonna have to do it again by yourself, because you don't have access to it.
big 30.
Yeah, 38, 26. Let's drop targets for each player separately. So that's a target for Gilside, it's a success. Anton succeeded. Oryx succeeded. And Rusty failed. Okay. So, you managed to find a keg of lamp oil. So that is just flat out 10 oil for the party if you want to take it.
Yes.
Might be useful for crafting explosives or even tinkering.
Yeah, we need the oil to think.
Then you also find 4 travel rations. So I'm gonna drop it in the chat. 4 travel rations, then oil. Then you find 5 black powder. And you also find some general loot, so let's drop it. Gonna have to find it. Nothing, and Ring of Shalia. That was quite a
Oh,
lot
man,
to find.
I just bought that.
Yeah. But multiple people can use it, that's quite good.
I'll just buy 2.
5 black powder. There's 19.
You can wear multiple of the same kind.
I'll let someone else take the preference.
All my ring slots are used.
All right.
Does Rusty have a free ring slot?
I think he has. Let's take a look at it. Rombek is
Yeah.
asking Baron when he's doing karaoke live stream.
Never.
That's just something. Okay, let's take a look at Death's Head's inventory. So it looks like he has a free ring slot, one of them. So does anybody else want it, or should Rusty have it?
Well, unless Orc wants it. But I
Orc,
think it
you
makes
need a
sense
blink?
for...
He has been taking a lot of hits to the face.
Yeah, I think it should fit Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it
Not
makes
me.
more sense. He's kind of a frontline tanky guy. Makes sense to give
Yeah.
him a bigger health pool.
Give him like a nose piercing while he's not here.
Yeah. Get him some tattoos.
Big 8-pointed star.
Tattoos of 11 guards. He would go insane.
Okay, and I'll have to modify his character, so just give me a second.
Congratulations, Rusty.
Yeah, 23 HP for him, that's actually quite a bit. Okay, so that's everything inside the building, and you do see that there are some other corpses, but not much remains of them, just a pool of blood and viscera. Clearly, some of them were killed by the beast. And the shop itself, like, there is nothing else, unless you want to spend time to get scrap, which I would allow you to do that.
I think we should take a look at the corpses on the courtyard, because there was a dead warrior beast and stuff.
Yeah. So does the group want to do that?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. So you go into the courtyard and you see that, as before, multiple people are dead there. Some of them look like soldiers, one of them looks like a warrior priest. However, you see that now that you enter it, there are some people who look like bandits who are taking a look through the pockets of the corpses. They do spot you when you approach, and they stand up and try to rush over the wall of the courtyard. You are still some distance away.
Let's capture criminals.
Might
Can't
try
be
to
looting unless you're
shout at them or something. It depends. Like, you need to decide what's going to be the approach.
Would Killside be in range to use his crippling shot on them? Should help.
Yeah, you could shoot them. It's still not combat, so it could begin combat by just shooting at them. That's fine. However, there are several things you can do. Like, if you shout at them, it might stop them. That would be a social check. If it fails, they might just run away. Otherwise, you will just, if you want to shoot at them, you could do that. That would probably initiate combat. And other than that, if you just rush at them and try to grapple immediately without saying anything, you might have enough time to reach them before they climb over. So this would be your, like, 3 options to do, I guess.
I'd say, like, maybe just try shouting, like, stop. We can work together or something.
Wait.
We could just grapple them when they try to climb the wall. We'll just grab them by the foot.
Yeah, you can rush and grapple them, but if the social could also work. Yeah, it depends what you want to do. Social would be group if you shout, so you might have a good shot at it. However, I think only Anton actually has, like, very good social.
Oi.
So it depends. Yeah. Oh, you there? Stop, you criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Oblivion guard noises.
Yeah, I'll try the social thing.
Okay. So let's drop some social checks. 29 for Finboy. He
Heard
has
about
one
the wood elves?
social.
Just max rolled.
Yeah. Absolutely obscene. Okay, let's get Rusty to roll social as well. Where is it? I'm gonna have to type it in. Yeah, social. Okay, let's drop a target. Yeah, you are well over that. Okay, you managed to stop them. As you shout at them, they turn around and it looks like they are just waiting on you now. They look distrustful, but they have not drawn their weapons. It is like 5 guys. They have a guard dog with them.
You won't last long with chaos enveloping these lands.
Yeah, none of them look infested or marked by chaos. Looks like general thugs or even like scavengers.
Come with us. You can come with us and live, and
No questions asked.
yeah, you'll receive amnesty under the Empire.
Okay, they are convinced by our arguments, and one of them steps up and says, "We will trust you, Witch Hunter. You've seen the horrors that inflicted this. You just wanted to get by, needed to gather some weapons and armor so we can actually hold out. But since you offer us this chance, we won't miss it. We are not that dumb. So tell us, where should we go?"
We're gathering at the blacksmith shop with a cart.
Okay, we have some of our own stuff that we'll pile in as well. You see that some of them do have full packs of loot, so they pick that up and go towards the car. You see that the warrior priest's corpse is still intact, while others have been scavenged. Do you want to take a look at the corpse?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like the guy's head has been completely torn off, and he has some stuff on him, so let's drop a loot. 1d3 vegetables, of all things. Okay. Both cat. And let's take a look at other loot. Yeah, ring of more, +4 accuracy. It's another ring. You can also sell things, so if nobody wants it, it's totally viable. And I'm gonna allow you to roll a special loot as well.
Oh.
That's a very, very good thing.
So Baron, how many runes of accuracy did you want?
I mean, seems like the more the better. Although I already have all my ring slots are full. You also have a gun though, right? So it could be good for you to have the rune of accuracy. More guns firing seems good. The guns do just like crazy damage.
But I have already had one rune of accuracy since the start.
Yeah, he started with 1. That's why his attacks usually land.
Let me see what my other rings are.
I guess I could take one.
Also, I think I'm just gonna take a look at something. I think I wanted to add a skill that's new. I'm not sure if I did. Take a look at it. Crucial. Yeah, I wanted. Next time we'll have a new skill, but for now it's not implemented, so I won't bother you with it right now. It's gonna be extra ring slot, but it might need willpower to climb it.
Maybe we could put the elixir in the party inventory and decide that later, or
I think we could just make it a roll for the elixir since anyone can use AP.
yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So Anton 1, Killside 2, Oric 3, Rusty 4, and roll 1d4. Or Rusty gets that. Okay.
That works. Yeah, Rusty's getting all the sweet loot this time.
He should be away more often.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's modify his AP. He's at 8. It's absolutely insane.
You could write in his notes maybe to say just one AP came from his potion.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him after we are done with the session, I'm gonna just sum up the things that happened. If he doesn't check the vote, I'm gonna just tell him what transpired. And yeah, maybe to his notes, because if he wants to reshuffle things, he will think that's base, and that's not. So, what's 1 AP from Alex here? It's a good idea. Alright.
Right. So, who's taking that ring then?
I mean, I could take it. Does anyone have free ring slots?
I do, yeah.
You may as well take it then, because my ring slots are full. So I'd have to give up like a charisma ring or a ring that gives me more willpower. But if you have a free slot, you may as well use it.
Right, sounds good.
And you found 1 vegetable.
Excellent.
So that's raw food, plant-based.
Give
I
that
don't
to
know,
me,
it's berries. You can just add +1 to berries, that's fine.
Okay.
It's used for the healing drafts. So.
Yeah, and I think we can turn that cloth cap into a bandage.
Yeah, in the bandage, or you can scrap it for scrap. That would be 1d3 scrap. So either one that you want.
Well, we have a decent amount of bandages, and we always need scrap.
Yeah, just grab it.
So
Yeah,
1d3, right?
Yeah. You can roll for it if you want. I rolled 2. If you want to stick
whoops.
with that.
Not a
Oh, yeah.
d33.
That was quite the hat.
Yeah, well, it was a very big hat. Dude.
Oh, sorry, I have a hole. Okay, it wasn't important. It's fine. Okay, so you rolled 2. It's fine. Okay, and the rest of the bodies on the field, you just found out that they had various odds and ends, which yields 10 scrap in total. And you also found a pouch that was containing 1 gem and 40 crowns.
Good. Alright, do we need to burn everybody here?
Looks like some of them are beastmen or cultists, so you would have to pick and choose basically. The people at the cart could help you since they are finished with the loading.
Yep, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of role playing for Dead Set, because I'm sure that he would say that we need to give a proper burial to this warrior priest of Sigmar.
Burn
And
them
also
all.
the other.
Yes, I think that's very accurate.
Everyone from the Witch Hunter party, I'm sure he would want to give a proper burial.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that just seems right too. I
Mhm.
agree.
Fortunately for you, there is
Yeah.
plenty of wood scraps all around, so it will prove a quick work.
What does the injured witch hunter say?
The wounded witch hunter has passed, like he is not unconscious, but he is in deep
Alright.
sleep. He's on the cart loaded up and ready to be transported.
Yeah, so let's just burn the good guys.
Pile them high.
And the monsters on the separate pyre?
Yeah.
Alright. So that took some time. Not a lot. Some of the refugees actually talk to you, some of them thank you, and one of the
Probably
women...
getting better at burning bodies.
Yeah. That's totally accurate. So the refugees thank you, and one of the village women comes and says, "Take this, I have no need for it, and it's just a small thanks for saving us." And she hands over a basket that contains the luxury items, 10 luxuries,
Ooh, nice.
and also 3 bottles of strong liquor.
Have no need for strong liquor after this. Doubt.
So yeah, 10 luxuries.
3 strong liquor.
Liquor. That's crafting or the utilities?
I think it's somewhere in there
Materials.
already,
Yeah, it's in materials.
because it's used for
And we got a gem
5 bottles.
and 40 crowns. Done.
Okay, and the people from the village, the refugees, also tell you they usually came at night, so we suspect if we stay much longer, it might get dangerous. But we don't know if there are any people left. We would like to save our relatives if possible. Will you allow us time to look for them?
I think we could give them exactly enough time so that we're gonna take looting the alchemist shop and then we're gonna go.
Sounds reasonable. What does the rest of the party say?
Works for me.
Okay, so they set out in search of survivors, while you take a look at the alchemist shop. It's the same store as the blacksmith shop, really. It has been broken into, many things smashed, looted, or just completely missing. And the door has been also destroyed, and inside you find several corpses. However, you do find a barrel that contains some plants, so that would be roll 1d, or sorry, roll 2d5 for healing plants. So it's 3, and also +1 rare plants. +3 healing plants, +1 rare herbs. And let's roll 2d5 for medical items. I'm gonna tell you what is what. Okay, so you found 3 healing drafts and 1 bowl.
Draft.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
3 drafts. And 1 bomb.
Otherwise, the alchemist is completely just missing. There is just a boot that's left of him, and the boot contains his foot in the upper floor, and the window has been broken into, and clearly the corpse has been dragged through the window. There are some other things inside, but there is a chest that has been already cracked by someone else, and contents are missing. So that took you some time, let's say an hour. The people have come back and they have managed to find some extra survivors in the ruins. Just like 4 people.
Yep.
So how many are with us now?
It looks like 23 in total. But keep in mind, it's not like 23 civilians you would get. It's families or groups that are the singular things you need to place inside the buildings in the village. But it's gonna contribute to the village quite a bit. Also, one of the survivors is actually a militia archer.
Well, anyways, it's getting late enough that we need to leave?
Yeah, most likely, right? You could still spend some time to just get scrap if you want, but the time to get back would be probably about 4 hours since you have the wagon and a lot of people with you.
I feel like it's time to just push the cart.
Yeah, I think we should get out of here.
Start dragging.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 18:30 and you manage to reach back to the village of Schaffburg. Let me drop you there. So let's take a look at the tab of the village. And you managed to find extra people. So let's add 4 people to be able-bodied, which means now you have 20 total. So it's gonna increase the work slightly, but also you found 2 infirm, so you are at 8. So 28 people total. Need to calculate upkeep now. So that's gonna be 1 work for 3 civilians. You have 28 of them.
It's what, 9?
Mm-hmm. So from that, 1 person is reserved for the prayers as well, which means you are at 10 work. So it's gonna come into effect next day, and you also got a new militia. You are at 5 out of 5. So I'm gonna give him to you. Let's take a look at the defense.
Do we have some kind of healer in the village that we can toss the witch hunter captain at?
Yeah, the alchemist is actually a healer, so he could take care of him, even though he will ask money for it.
Yeah.
I mean, what, do we just need to patch him up back to Altdorf?
Yeah, probably the next outrider as coach, stage coach.
Yeah, but I feel like if he doesn't get proper care, he's gonna die before that even.
Yeah, he's in a bad shape.
Well, I guess we've got to get him healed.
Okay, the alchemist is gonna ask 100 crowns to take care of him. The witch hunter wakes up as you try to lug him over to the alchemist's shop, and he hears the conversation about money, and he takes something out of his pocket and throws a pouch of gold to the alchemist. You don't have to worry about my expense. I can take care of myself. So that's
Handy.
solved. Also, he told Anton that he should talk with him once he has some time.
Okay.
Well, we have quite a bit of time today even.
Yeah, you still have some time left.
All right. I guess could talk to him.
Yeah, he's gonna get patched up first, so it's gonna be like half an hour or something. Yeah, in the meantime, that's some time before it's nighttime, because 22 is actually when the nighttime comes. So until that point, you could try to help out in the village. And also, let's take a look. So you managed to get how many more? It was 6 more. We're gonna have to accommodate these.
Oh yeah, we got 6 people to house.
Oh, is that a new guard, this guy?
Yeah, that's a militia archer. I'm gonna actually make something happen. Just
We should probably put the archer in the tower.
yeah, this is his range. If he stands on foot, if he's in the tower, he will have the range of the tower. But
Yeah,
even a guard militia in the tower actually has capability to strike at range. It's just militia archer is better in ranged attack. He's weak in melee, of course, and he doesn't have very high bravery.
Yeah, I say we put the militia archer in the tower.
Okay. And you have one free guard.
So can they actually like break through this palisade?
They can if the threat is high enough. For now, you are fairly low threat level, so it's a small risk, but it's gonna get worse as you go.
Maybe another person up top.
Yeah, to like patrol around here.
You just zoom out. You can use the, up to nearby the wagon. It would make it safe. Currently, there is very low chance that something could get through there, so you can mitigate it by just stationing him there.
Another thing to think about is like we need to house more people, so
Yeah. You're gonna have to incorporate another building, most likely.
yeah. So maybe because we could put 4 people in one of these houses down here. Like we could put them in this house.
Yeah, the work actually, like, let's say that it's 22. Let's finish the palisade. So this brown thing, I'm gonna get another line so you can actually see it's finished. Take a look. So this is now bold. And you also managed to get the stocks. So that's completed. Take a look. Okay. Stocks and work, it's complete. So now you have capability to punish criminals as well. Say the stocks are nearby the square.
So I think we could use the extra guard to like have them patrol around this house.
Yeah, you could set up one of them to guard like this,
Yeah.
and then the other one to connect to him, like
Yeah.
that. So if you just take the line, you can even like only shift it. Just gonna have to rotate it. Like that. And then we select that again. Can I just move it?
Something's weird's going on with my when I try to interact with the
Is it? Okay, let's take this, set him down here, right?
Mhm.
And then this other guy can patrol here. There's still gonna be a little bit of space between the patrols, but it should be fine. Because if there is a threat level, they actually have like detection range, so they cannot just use one tile to sneak in unless they are very sneaky. So that would be higher threat levels. So you managed to get some people in the tents, you managed to get some people in this farmhouse. That's good. In regards to edicts, there is an edict that turns people into able-bodied as well, right? Where is it? Everybody pulls their weight. Reduces village corporation by 3, right? Yeah, and there is also the common meals, like the shared meals, which means that you have less upkeep, which could also help out the work output of the village, but it requires cooperation. So one way to raise it is just to contribute travel rations if you have surplus, or you can punish the criminal if you wish. That could yield some.
Yeah, we were waiting on the stocks to take care of the criminal.
So do you want to do that?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, put him in the stocks. Fine, and actually I'm gonna make him be on foot. And it will yield you +1 cooperation. So let's take a look at the village. Now it's 6 cooperation you have.
Okay.
Also, before it's 22, actually, did you want to go back to speak with the witch hunter, Anton?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you enter the alchemist's shop, and you see him sitting on a chair, and the alchemist is preparing some sort of concoction for him, while his wound is now properly treated. It has been closed off, and clearly some flesh has been cut, which was corrupted a little bit. So now you should be in a better shape. He looks at you as you enter the building and says, "Come here and listen. I'm gonna tell you something very important."
Sure.
But I've been leading Witch Hunter retinues for a very long time. I am a renowned agent of Eldorf, and I've banished many of heretics and monsters alike, but I've never seen anything like this thing is. It is frighteningly powerful. I don't think Eldorf realizes that this creature is capable of such things as it is, so our only chance would be to try and convince them that we need more help. But since I take a good look at you, it looks like they've sent a bunch of rookies, while my entire party has been wiped out. It looks like you are in a very dire situation here.
Yes,
Yeah.
the situation is certainly dire. We've been gathering any uncorrupted humans we can.
Yeah, I've seen the village. The defenses look well organized against bandits or other threats like that, but trust me, we had better defense set up when the beast arrived, and it still wasn't enough. So I'd advise you to write to Aldorf to give you more resources. This is not enough. Also, I've lost an arm, but I haven't lost my zeal, so after I'm well enough, you can count on my help.
Perfect. We will put you to good use.
We must light the beacons.
Yeah. So maybe we should go to Altdorf, or well, I mean, or do we wait for the Outrider?
Is it we're sending him to Altdorf?
Outrider is gonna arrive in the evening, so before you go to sleep, he's gonna come. Now they come each day, so you expect one.
We could send the word with the Outrider that the area is in great danger. Tell him about the
For sure, that's what he meant. Like, send a report. So they have more resources to allocate, because they were neglecting this problem quite a bit so far.
Yeah, send a report that's written by this guy. Maybe it will kick them in the butt a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
along with our own report.
He says that he already has his journal, which he documented all the instances of any cult activity from the point of his arrival, and he managed to get some extra notes written as well before the attack. But since he's missing a right hand, he's not able to write anymore, so he's missing the account of the last events. So he hands over his journal and says, "Can you add some notes to it? I will tell you what to add."
Okay.
Certainly.
So he describes the events that unfolded on the things that are missing from the journal, mainly the events of the attacks and what happened during the end. And do you want to record it accurately, or do you want to change it, or?
I'd say we play it straight, record it accurately.
Okay. So he did that, and now he says, "Take that and send it to Altdorf."
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we should send that along with.
Also, before you go, the alchemist has overheard much of our conversation here. You need to make sure he doesn't tell anyone. This would cause desperation among people, for sure.
I'll just kind of glare at the alchemist and be like, "You'll repeat nothing of what you've heard here."
Roll social for me.
All right.
I'm gonna roll you a target. Oh, the nasty one. Entity.
I
Come on.
can't because I don't have a token.
Oh, right. I'm gonna drop you in the village. It's like,
Where am I?
in front of the mansion.
In front of the mansion. There we are.
Yeah, let's see some.
37.
Yeah, it's a good roll. Okay, I succeeded. The alchemist just looks at his boots and says, "Yes, I will obey. I know what could happen if people found out that you are indeed desperate, but don't count on me holding my tongue if people start dying around here."
If that happens, we'll have worse problems.
He agrees. Okay, so you managed to solve it. I think that was a good execution, which will yield you plus 50 XP. And everybody else will get 25 for just generally doing things in the previous village where you found the refugees or the survivors.
Hurrah!
So I'll add to Erast as well.
And 20. Okay.
And we'll take a look at the Outrider if everybody is up for it.
Yep.
Alright, so let me drop you in his overlay. So the report, let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, right, one more thing. Since last time you reported something important, it will actually have consequences. So that was the fact that you uncovered an elven shrine that had the magical thing in it. And you did send a report of that into Altdorf. So the consequences of this, let's take a look. The threat level is going to rise by 1.
Great.
And you see green lightning in the distance from the direction of the place that the elven shrine is in. And apparently you can even feel like winds of fire are probably changing. It's this tingling sensation, even in people who actually aren't capable of using magic. You just sense that something has been disrupted.
I don't sense anything.
Yeah, magic doesn't exist. No, it doesn't affect dwarves, so or it shouldn't feel anything. Yeah.
So who's been messing around with the magical stone?
It's maybe the Skaven. It's the there is green lightning, and Skaven magic usually has green tint to it.
So
Oh, that's how it is here now. He is in the Discord. That is. Okay, so that happened. Let's take a look at the Outrider. Just a second. Okay, a report. So last time. Also, Baron, you need to add 90 crowns for the taxes because 20 is gonna be lodgings, so 90. plus another 90 for the party salary for Outrider. So that's 180 in total.
Extra 180 crowns.
Yes.
Okie doke.
You now have, actually, make it 195 because you have higher renown now.
Okay.
And other things, let's take a look. You sent the guard notes from the contraband. It's gonna yield another favor point, so you have 3. Then reports. Count is dead and try to abandon shaft work. It's gonna yield you 2 points. So 5 favor. Hearthstone, Beastman, Shaman active, 1 point. Bandit operation akin to secessionist and took out an encampment. That's 3 points. Populous purged of any corruption, that's 1. Then we have gathered brigands into militia, that's 1. Established base of operations at Sharpburg, plus 1. Some bandits corrupted by chaos disposed of, enabling infectees, plus 1. Found listed threat like Beastman, that's minus 5, so 8. Report on Elven Ruins with Elven active crystal, that's 5 points extra, which means you are at 13 favor in total. You requested healing items, so that would be 1d3 for drafts, 1d3 for bombs, and plus 1 match kit or H kit for each, so 2d3 and 2d3.
Extra influence.
Okay, that's 4 drafts and another 1.
Alright, 4 drafts for midkits.
Yeah, 4 healing bombs
Ah,
and 2 medkits,
2.
8 kits. You also requested the renown, which has been added, and then you also wanted Witch Hunter gear. So these are gonna be some extra items. Take a look at it.
Added cap with Witch Hunter's hat. I wonder who this armor would suit.
Yeah, not all of it is gonna be just for Anton. It's just general.
Oh, I was thinking of what's his name?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Give it all the rest. Is any of this an upgrade for it for Rusty?
In regards to the Warhammer or the Warhammer, the weapon, or
Or the armor?
Yeah,
I think it's better than what he has for sure.
I feel like the Celot stuff should just go to the priest.
He's gonna be like, he received a lot of presents today. Lucky him.
Let's see. Is there any of that an upgrade for me? Oh, the Zealous Pauldrons can be used with anything. Okay. Bandolier can be used with any chest, +1 reload action, free of AP cost per encounter. Well, I want that out Bandolier.
Yeah, Bandolier is great, but it's taking up as chest, like it's an upgrade to a chest armor, which means if you have something already, like a tabard or things like that, or a cloak, you cannot wear that. So only one like additional upgrade to armor like that can be happening at once.
I see. Right. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll take the gambeson off.
And modify it with the bundle here.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do it.
So I have an overcoat, and so I'm
That's
thinking I'll
pretty
do
bad,
the
right?
Outrider's cloak plus the bandolier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, do I really need the +1 will? What does will modify again?
It gets you sanity, and it's relevant in some checks.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take off the Outrider's cloak then,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll grab the bandolier.
Okay, so switch it up, and it goes into your inventory, the thing that you just took out, so it doesn't
Yeah.
like disappear. And
Yeah,
then you have some other things, so you can decide who gets what. Also, the Witch Hunter's hat is probably gonna be suitable for Anton as well. But a cat with Witch Hunter's hat, +2 armor, +2 social. It can be modified as well. I think you have a modifier on your hat, right?
+2 armor, +2 social. Yeah, my current hat is just +3 armor.
Mm-hmm.
The extra social would be nice. Yeah, alright, fine. I'll take the Witch Hunter's hat.
Okay. Don't forget to modify out the charisma, which was there before, which gave you 1 social as well.
Yeah.
So now it's just +1. And anybody else wants something? I think Quiver might be useful for our archer, right? It's the last thing.
Yeah, the belt quiver.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It would
that
allow you
thing's
to have 3 arrows without having to reload, because you have +1 base, +1 for being an elf, and +1 for the quiver.
I shall requisition that.
Alright? It modifies pants. So.
Oh, the cloth trousers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I ended up losing 2 armor net. Those changes.
I think you should give the elven helmet back to the elves.
Oh yeah.
You can copy it into the chat. Maybe Killside might decide to wield it.
Sounds interesting.
Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. So clunky. So that's up for grabs if anyone wants it.
After guard helmet plus the armor. Yeah, it's pretty good. It requires 4 dexterity to constitution.
I'm gonna
Also, the
earmark that.
Outrider's Cloak.
That's a modifier for a chest armor.
Yeah.
So it's a, let's call it an add-on item.
Yeah, my chest slot is free.
Okay, so Eric can take it.
Right, okay, so now I have to...
I'm gonna take a look at Erastus Warhammer. I think the new one might be better. +4. This one is +5. Okay. I'm gonna switch it to him. Nobody else wants it, I don't think, so.
I
Just-
think he was born to play.
Yeah.
Right. Guard helmet.
Focus +2 social.
So we can put that there.
Okay, and his old hammer goes into his inventory. He has quite a few things in his inventory. And I'm gonna modify his stats. He got +1 weapon strength from that. weapon strength 5. Okay, what isn't taken yet? Zealot's Pauldrons, which is chest armor modifier, +1 armor, +1 weapon strength. Does anybody want that?
Because I couldn't use that with the bandolier, could I?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I don't want it.
I would allow it if Auric was tinkering with it. But let's say he could make it. He can have 2 things if he uses like 20 scrap. I think that's fair.
I feel like that Celot stuff should just go to our Celot.
Yeah, he could certainly use it.
It's like the Gambeson and the Poltrons.
He already, I think, no, Anton hasn't taken the Amazon, right? Oh, has he? Anton,
No.
you didn't take the armor, right?
No, I didn't take it off. I still have the Gambeson.
Okay, so we can give.
I pasted the items that I have up for grabs: the guard helmet and the outrider's cloak.
So is everybody fine with giving us the Zealot's Gambeson and give it the Pauldrons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me do it. Pauldrons. So the previous armor he had was giving him +2 armor, +1 armor from the tabard, +1 charisma from that. So I'm gonna have to modify his stats as well. Just give me a sec. In the meantime, you can browse the shops or even the crafting or tinkering.
I'm browsing Rusty and I think we could take that one away from him.
+1 armor, +1 weapon strength.
Instead of the Zealot's Pauldrons.
Yeah, since
Yeah, that makes sense.
that's just in Rusty's loot bag and he can't use more than 1 chest slot.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna also go to the elf.
Oh, Matt, his inventory's so full.
Yeah, it is absolutely packed.
I mean, I would just say sell most of that stuff anyway. But yeah, I think I might
Nick something.
borrow that cloak permanently.
It's an elf cloak. I think it should go to the elf.
Yeah, you should be able to modify his inventory, so just go in there, grab something you want, and then just copy it to yours, but make sure you remove it from his.
In which case,
And in terms of the other loot, I think we have decided on everything, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so overall quite a good haul from that, right? From the Witch Hunter gear reward.
this one there. So,
Anton?
Yep.
Regarding the report, you have 13 favor with the Cult of Sigmar, so first we should decide on if you want to order anything from Altdorf, and then we'll fill in the report with happenings, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You have 13 favor with the Cult of Sigmar, so now you can take a look if you want to order anything as a request, and then we can fill it in with happenings reports.
Right.
It's on the very bottom of the things you can actually request. You have 13.
Did we order renown last time?
Last time you ordered 2 healing items, batches, you ordered Witch Hunter's gear and 1 renown increase.
Yeah, so we should be at 3 renown.
Oh yeah, sorry, I modified the salary but not the number. I'm gonna quickly fix it.
Yeah, I just remember looking at the mercenaries option.
Yeah. Good. Good that you pointed that out.
Let's see, how much favor do we have right now?
13.
Yeah, mercenaries would be 10 favor.
Yeah, why don't we ask for the mercs?
Yep.
Okay, so let's add them to the request.
Mercenary scum. But our
Okay.
mercenary scum.
So that will leave you with 3 favor left.
How about 1 stock of healing items again? Because we're gonna use them.
What does the rest of the party say?
Sorry, what was that suggestion?
Warwick said if you should order healing items as well for 2 favor.
1 favor.
Oh, right, yeah, 1 favor, sorry.
We do use them.
Then for mercenaries, 1 for healings. Would leave 2 favor.
Sure, why not?
Okay. And regarding... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. We've got 2 left. We could do, what, cash?
If you want.
Or we just leave it? War machine later.
Yeah, we could save it and use it for bigger stuff someday, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So, money or just leave the favor for later?
Leave 2, I say.
Okay. So, in regard to contraband, I don't think the group has anything worth standing back, right?
No, just sending back
Okay.
1 Witch Hunter General, aren't we?
Okay, and the reports on happenings, so that's gonna be Witch Hunter General accurate report. And then what other things do you want to report on? So from the last time you found out that another village has been destroyed, which is the Volknets, the place that you were to right now. And the fact that the Witch Hunter retinue is destroyed, but that's reported by the general already. So the village's destruction could be reported by you.
Yeah,
Brought survivors back to Shaftburg.
yeah. The village got burnt and destroyed by the beast. We took the survivors with us.
Just added it. And anything else that comes to mind? Last time you were doing, you shot some bandits. The ones that were secessionists basically, but you already reported it. And other things, not really much else. You could try to emphasize the severity of the situation maybe.
I don't know, we give like a prediction of how we think things are going.
Yeah, I mean, include his report, our report. We'll die if we don't get extra help, and the whole region will fall. Yeah.
We could go into like the guys specifically talk about fighting against the beast.
Yeah, like put in bold letters. 20-man witch hunter party with silver weapons did nothing against the beast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We need advice on how to kill it.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, how to proceed? Okay. So he's gonna leave. However, he's not gonna take the Witch Hunter General with him because he insists that he will stay here with you, as he said.
Yeah, I think we can use him. He can keep the village morale up when we are just running around.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give a clubbing stick.
Basically. And we will roll for events. Threat level rises, villages uncovered hidden stash of 10 scrap, and more scrap, 5d5. So let's roll it. 21 plus 10, so 31 scrap, and threat level has risen.
So is that level 5 now?
Yeah. Threat level
Okay.
5.
And at which point does it start getting really dangerous?
5 is the next milestone. The next one is 10. Basically 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Alright, so we just reached a new level. Okay, we got new scrap.
Yes, that's 31. Now we need to organize work for the next day. Then you can decide what to do. So, in regards to the village, you have 10 work to assign. Also, the taxation is gonna change. So now you have more people. You have 28 in total, which means it's 5 per person. So it's 140. 20, right? Yeah. No, 40, I think. 140 tax per day.
Mm-hmm.
And village cooperation is 6. The criminal has been punished.
Has he come
Yeah, just rejoin the society, basically.
Right, Schaffberg.
Yeah.
How is construction on what we're building? I'll close that off.
Yeah. There are some things you might want to consider as a long-term project. Like the barracks might be helpful at some point because you are capped on in terms of militia right now.
Hmm.
That sounds like a good plan then.
At least like gradually sink some points of work into it.
Yeah, why don't we start that project?
So I guess we pay it off once and then just chip away at the work, right?
Yeah, I think we can just kind of.
Also, if you want to implement anything new, if you do it now, we could reshuffle the work amount. So if it would be the shared meals or the common meals, or if you would do making some villages firm instead of infirm, then we would be able to have them work today as well. So now would be the last time to take a look at edicts.
Alright. Let's have a look. Well, I guess everyone pull their weight, maybe?
Sure.
Up to able-bodied, -2 infirm, reduces village cooperation by 3. So it would be at 3 cooperation. Is that okay with everyone, or any other ideas?
I think I'm fine with that.
Okay, what we modify. So what's cooperation 3? Only 6 infirm people and 22 able-bodied, which means work is gonna rise by 2. You have 12. Also, Ben, don't forget to subtract rations. I think you slept 2 days in this session, so that's 8 in total.
8 rations? Okay. Ooh, we're down to 7. How do we get more rations? We just buy them, or
You can buy them or craft them. You can make them from berries and meat. You do have some of these things, I think.
Yeah.
So it's one vegetable-based food or berry, and then 1 meat, and that yields. I think it might even be 2 rations, like 1d2. Let's take a look at the crafting. Or alternatively, you can just buy it.
Do we just use all the meat up now?
yeah, may as well.
So
6
rations
meat, 6
are-
berries.
6
Yeah.
meat, 6 berries.
So you are crafting 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 62 rations. 9.
9
Quite good.
rations. Okay.
Also, having surplus food is good because you can raise cooperation in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Also, if one of your guards is not having anything assigned to him, he's in the square. Because 1 is patrolling the tents, and 2 are on the southern side, 1 is the archers in the tower, and then 1 guy is left.
Well, there's like a spot that's not very guarded.
Where is it?
Whereabouts do you think?
There. Yeah. That house is sort of exposed from that side. That is correct. So do you want to set him there? Okay, let me draw a line for him.
Best of luck, my man.
I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen to him. Both to his body.
His life for Shaftberg.
And actually, let's do criminal punishment. So we managed to get a guy punished properly, which means people have a semblance of like order returning to Shaftberg. Which means this day people will work doubly hard. Which means you will get double the work for this day. It's just for the first criminal, but it's gonna be helpful for you because you need to get some projects up and running. So you'll be having 24 work for today. So you could start making the barracks, or you could try to construct something else. There are also other buildings you can get, like the Hunter's Lodge, or you could even split the tasks between other things. Keep in mind, if you start a project, you need to pay for it. So the barracks would cost you 75 scrap and 175 crowns to start. You did add the 31 scrap, right, Anton?
Oh, we got 21 scrap? Okay.
31 from the night's events.
Right. 147. Well, why don't we start the barracks?
Yeah. I think so.
So how much scrap was that again? To start the
75
barracks? 75. All right.
and 175 crowns as well.
Okay.
And it requires 30 work. You currently have 24 available for this day.
Do we want to throw all the work at it?
Is there any reason not to?
I mean, I can't think of anything else we really need to do.
The board house is 15 work, 30 scrap, and 300 crowns. It is the brown building that has space for 8 people.
Okay.
How many crowns did I need to subtract again, Mayor?
175.
175, okay.
Well, if we need the mercs, if we get the mercs, then upgrading the barracks is kinda mandatory.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
mercenaries are not militia, they are separate. So you can just keep them around and they don't actually take any space. They just set up a camp. So they would be just living around the village and watching out for danger during the night. They don't actually live in the barracks. So that's fine. You don't necessarily need that. It depends. You order the mercenaries, you have the full garrison. So in theory, you might be fine to just do economic things first, but it depends, right? Because
Yeah.
later, if things get out of hand, you might want the extra capacity. It just depends on you. What do you think is best?
Well, the barracks is also too civis, so
If we just like dump in the barracks now and then we'll have freedom in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, I say we do that.
yeah,
Okay.
the barracks will be done like after the next work session. Then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's add the work to it. You already started building it, so let's take a look. Barracks, let's add 24 auto 30 work. So it's almost done. And the next tier of it is gonna unlock 2 living spaces in the barracks as well. This one that you will complete. And the last one offers 3. So how much time do we have left? Pinboy said that he needs to end sooner today, right?
After get off at 9 in my time.
Is
So
it
9
20
minutes.
minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, I had a combat encounter. It's not a long one, but I think it might stretch into like 30-40 minutes.
Okay. Well, why don't
it's
we
probably
Right.
alright.
wrap up now then? Just have a shorter session?
Yeah, sure. I think
Yeah,
that's
I don't mind
not a
either
bad
way.
idea.
Okay.
So thanks for attending. Let's hope that next time we can actually do some action, because today it was more about management.
Yeah,
Really.
that's okay. I'm gonna go lie down some more.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Well, have a good one, guys. Catch you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
Alright, take it easy.